kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Mama yangu tena chini, baba yangu hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Hapa wote wananchi wa Kenya, kutumikia Kenya daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele.
Weka mikono hapa. Weka saluti. Weka saluti. Daima tuendelee. Haya hapo. Wajaluo hapo wapi? Ambia nenda donge. Ambia nenda donge. Ambia mtu donge. Asante. Ngoja kidogo. We have Luos in the house. Yeah. Luopians in the house. Yeah. Wapi vigelegele? Woo! Wacha tupatie MC atuongeleshe kidogo alafu tuendelee kudance kabla MD afike. Wanataka moja ya mwisho.
Habari zenu? Kuna mtu anaona Rosemary Oduor mahali. Engineer ako wapi? Na sasa these are the effects of aging workforce. Hii joto mnasikia ni ya nini bwana? Haya ako wapi Rao?
Wapi yeye?
Rao.
Makofi ya Rao.
Rao.
Wapi yeye Rao? Anaweza hawezi? Hawezi. Anaweza hawezi? Anaweza. Patia hivi gelegele. Gelegele.
Rao inkanye simuoni.
Wapi Rao? Ndio ule pale.
Wapi?
Rao! Rao! Ndio hii Rao imefika.
Mama inakuwa racha.
Ndio yeye. Haya ladies.
Tutafanya wimbo moja.
Hiyo ni
ya huyu madam. Na MD yako kwa mlango. Kwa hivyo fanya hiyo wimbo very fast.
Fanya ya Rao haraka.
Very fast. Very fast. Madam.
Konyango ane moi moromo kedi Ayako chunya Nalo wacho niyo mingili Tunakiyo kodero Ayako chunya Aliso jen magoti no medi I love you I love you, you love me I love you, you love me I see you, you see me I see you, you see me I love you Love me, I love you, look at me. Love you, love me, I love you, look at me. I see you, you see me. I see you, you see me. I look you, you look me. I love you, you look me. I love you, love me, I love you, let us go. Love you, love me, I love you, let us go. So let us go. I love you.
Unarusha Mungu kidogo.
Chuo mangen pendelari na konyango mago wang lilo.
Haya tuba by 2 by 2. Wawili. Chukua rafiki yako. How low can you go? Tena chini. Kila mtu chini. Tena chini kila mtu. Chini. Haya.
Baby, I love you.
I love you, you love me. I love you, you love me. I look you, you look me. I see you, you see me. I love you, love me. I love you, look at me. Love you, love me, love me. I see you, you see me. I see you, you see me. I kiss you, kiss me. I kiss you, you kiss me. I love you, thank you so much. Wapi vigelegele wapi? Aya, asante sana. Now ladies and gentlemen, DJ.
Aya, shika.
DJ.
Tunachukua DJ shika.
wetu, si ndio? Hiyo ni chevioso. Hiyo ni nebo man.
Hiyo ni asa.
Hiyo ni voice. Hiyo ni nebo man.
Hiyo ni asa.
Geve. Are we ready? Tunapanga laini mbili kukaribisha mgeni wetu mashuhuri, au sio? Tunapanga laini mbili hapa tu ya kukaribisha mgeni wetu. Haya, asante sana. Murongo. Paka sasa. Are we ready? Hey. Makofi ya juu kidogo. Wapi vigelegele? kolire, munyange kolire, alina kolire, alina kolire, kinike ukolire, kinike ukolire, muchuma kolire, muchuma kolire, abana babugusu, abana Kenya power, abana Kenya power,
Thank you. Let's appreciate our choir. Come on, let me some good news for the choir this afternoon. Thank you so much, our choir. I will request you to just stand there because we want to begin our event this afternoon. So happy International Women's Day. What is our theme for today? 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 Inspire inclusion. Let me have another mic, please. Thank you. Yeah, this is better. Wow. Thank you so much. I am Karibu Sana, and the GMs, RMs, managers, and all employees of Kenya Power. Karibuni Sana to event today. The most interesting thing about these days, International Women's Day comes just a few days after Valentine's Day. How lucky can you ladies be? Wow, to start us off this afternoon, we want to have our national anthem. So I'd like us to stand up. We stand up, all of us. We'll have the national anthem and also the East Africa anthem. Thank you. You can sit down. I want to invite Linda Maura to come and open the meeting for us with a word of prayer. Linda.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asifiwe zaidi. That's better. Thank you. My name is Linda. And thank you to the committee for this has touched my heart. Lavender represents all cancers. So there's screening going on. Early detection saves life. Do not fear. I am a hope and a testament that God heals. Amen. Remain seated. We are going to pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this day. We come to your throne of grace with thanksgiving in our hearts, O God. We thank you that this far you have brought us. We can testify that indeed, Lord, you have been our Ebenezer, O Jehovah. We thank you even for the women who you have ever raised, O God, and have fought for gender issues, O Jehovah.
We thank you for giving them wisdom and understanding that we have been able to be here at such a time as this, oh God. We thank you for those who have gone before us, oh God, and they have done their works, oh God. We thank you for those who are here right now, oh Jehovah. We commit them to you, oh God. Every lady who is represented in this room, every lady in Kenya Power, Lord, we commit them to you, oh God. We pray that even as we come to celebrate the women, oh God, they are going to be celebrated, oh Jehovah God. We pray that you're going to give us wisdom and understanding. Give us discernment, oh Jehovah, that will have impact, oh God, over generations to come, oh Jehovah. Lord, we lift this session to you, oh God, that we may be blessed, oh God, that we may be edified, oh God, that we may be stirred up, oh Jehovah, to have impact in our society. No matter the gender, oh God, both male and female, oh Jehovah, will have a positive impact to our society and to Kenya Power at large. We honor you and we bless your name. For it is in Jesus' name I pray and give thanks. Amen.
Thank you. Let's appreciate our sister, Hilda. Thank you. Once again, Happy International Women's Day. Kenya Power, Happy International Women's Day.
Amen.
So I want us to do this. So once I tell you Happy International Women's Day, once again you will give me the clarion call for this year, or the theme for this year, which is Happy International Women's Day. Which is? So Happy International Women's Day. Once I tell you Happy International Women's Day, give me the clarion call for this year, or the theme for this year. I'm just telling you, we want to thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Kenya Power, karibuni sana to our event today. It is National Women's Day. All of us are in purple. You look dashing. You look dashing. You look wow. This afternoon. You look awesome. You look marvelous. It's National Women's Day. And you know, people could look this nice, even on men. You know, you look dashing. Even us men to measure, you look wow. We are trying to intrude a bit to learn a few lessons on how to be bold with our colors. No man, if you're not doing, you know, navy blue, you're doing black. Not black, you're doing grey. We are trying to, but now we have realized that we can also be a bit bold and a bit smarter. You know, man, if you're not in the colors. So, karibuni sana to our event. It's National Women's Day. But now we have, I hope that you guys have eaten to your fill. A bit smarter. So, kama hujakula tafadhali, we still, I'm sure we still have a lot of food. National Women's Day and something to drink. There's some juice, some water. So, kama hujakula tafadhali, and so many other things. Now, my name is Samuel Chege, and something to drink. I'll be the MC for today, but I'm not alone. I am coexisting, of course, with the awesome. I'll be the MC for today, but I'm not alone. I am coexisting, of course, with the awesome
Sarah Christine. Habari zenu?
Awesome.
Habari zenu?
Very.
Kama kawaida. Habari zenu?
Tafadhali salimia jirani yako.
Kama kawaida. Uliza jirani.
Salimia jirani yako.
Na Rosemary ninaona ukigira MP. Na Rosemary uliza jirani. Jirani habari yako. Jirani leo umevaa rangi gani? Umevaa rangi gani? Na wamejibu wamevaa rangi gani? Wamejibu wamevaa rangi gani? Wamevaa rangi gani? Wamevaa rangi gani? Kuna meza ingine hapa. Waongeleshani. So for the benefit of this table, we are going to repeat again. Jirani, habari yako? Umevaa rangi gani? Na kwa nini? So my name is Sarah Christine. Nimeingia tu nikaiba show. We are co-hosting with this gentleman. Tunafanana namna gani?
Say you look nice. Nice.
Don't we look good? Kupigieni makofi tafadhali. Tuko kwa jumba ya wenyewe. This is Nairobi region. But before we commence our program. Kwaya. Sauti zimepotea. Sasa simtuchangamshe. Tuimbe kidogo, si ndio? Lakini usilete ile ya kurukaruka sana. Unajua hapa kuna aging workforce. Ama aje Cynthia. Haya tuendelee let us be on our feet for exactly 2 minutes.
Kabla usisimame ningependa tukae chini kidogo tu. I want us to dedicate this song to all the beautiful ladies in the house. If you know you're beautiful, say oh yeah. It's called Wamama wa Kenya. DJ. Wamama wa Kenya. Wamefanya juhudi. Wamama. Sehemu siasa na ukulima. na utafiti wa madawa. Wamama wa Kenya, wamama wamefanya juhudi, wamama elimu, siasa na ukulima na utafiti wa madawa. Wamama, kina mama, wamama, kina mama, wamama, kina mama, tuwakumbuka, kina mama, washima, kina mama, niwakumbuka, kina mama, daktari, kina mama, utafiti, kina mama. Wamama wa Kenya, wamama wamefanya juhudi, wamama elimu, siasa na ukulima na utafiti wa madawa. Wamama wa Afrika, wamama wamefanya juhudi, wamama elimu, siasa na ukulima na utafiti wa madawa. Wamama, kina mama, wamama, kina mama, wamama, kina mama, kina mama, get a woman, educate the nation, get a woman, spoil the house. Wapujikelekele wa mama wamefanya juhudi, elimu, siasa na ukulima na utafiti wa madawa. Wamama wa Kenya, wamama wamefanya juhudi, wamama elimu, siasa na ukulima na utafiti wa madawa.
Let's applause for wamama wa Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 minute. Special dedication to MD.
So thank you very much, choir. We can ask you to have a small seat. Lakini msikue mbali sana, si ndio? They've done a good job. Makofi kwao tafadhali.
Yes, Madam MC.
Naona ni kama unataka kusema kitu.
Yes. You know, ladies, we are and a few gentlemen here. We are dressed.
There are many.
There are many.
There are many.
We are dressed in purple. So I want very quickly someone to tell me, according to the IWD, what does this purple represent? Very quickly, what does this purple represent? Any takers? What does this purple represent? Na represent nini? Color purple, what does it mean? What does it represent?
Martha akikataa kuchukua mkono nitamletea microphone.
Ladies, it is your day. What does it represent? That's your exam. You can hazard a guess.
It represents luxury. It represents
Luxury.
passion, royalty.
Wow.
I love that. That's a nice attempt. Yes, there's another attempt there. So what does this purple represent?
Justice.
She said justice, and in fact she is right. Let's appreciate her. Kuna zawadi yako. Zawadi yako ngojea itakuja.
You fresh you
So fresh
na mazawadi.
Yes, tembea na mazawadi hapa. So one of them is justice. The other one is what? We have at least two. Awesome. Wakona mwakenya huko sawa.
Justice, dignity and being loyal. Wow.
Yes, and we had somebody who said loyal. It's two, eh? So pressure. Let's have the zawadi to Martha.
Wakili amegoogle. Amegoogle. Nimemwona akigoogle na
And you know she's a lawyer. She can easily defend herself. She can say she was answering her phone, then the answer popped up. So she's smart. She's a lawyer, so she can easily. And one for Martha. One for Martha Kamano. One for Martha. One for Martha. Yes, thank you. All right, Sarah.
Thank you very much. Makofi kwa hao wamejaribu kidogo. Now you know why you're wearing purple, isn't it? No, I said initially, we are in somebody's house, ndio? Na hii nyumba tumeingia, tukajitawala, tukakula, but we still want to recognize the acting RM. Baba Abigail, Engineer Barnabas Muli. Tafadhali, makofi kwake akikuja. Ama umesahau unaitwa Baba Abigail. Wacha nikupatie microphone ya pink. Welcome us. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy International Women's Day. Umesahau how to respond? Happy International Women's Day. Wow. Even if you are saying purple represents what? Justice. I think it also represents beauty. I don't know. Because represents beauty. Because from here, I just see beauty. Wow. I just see beauty. My name is Barnabas Muli. She has nicknamed me.
Amesema nini?
Hakuna zawadi.
Hakuna zawadi unapewa kwanza, lakini tutafuata instructions kwa sababu ni CEO. So, Euphrasia ametoroka na zawadi. She's going to bring it. Endelea. Italetwa hapo hapo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Barnabas Muli. Sarah calls me Baba Abigail. Baba Abigail is my last born. Not acting. The real last born. I want to welcome you to Nairobi on behalf of the regional manager. And we want to appreciate the MD and CEO and the team that was organizing this to allow this great event to be celebrated in Nairobi region. I know you could have picked Mombasa, Amadala, Kisumu, but we chose Nairobi, as we want to say thank you. And I want to welcome all of you to Nairobi. The MD and CEO, Engineer Dr. Sirol. There is a function we went and we were told we are supposed to start with engineer, then we come to doctor.
the GMs present, Engineer Rosemary, Engineer Ken, Madam Imelda, Wakili Imelda, managers present, I've seen quite a number, invited guests, Madam Cynthia, and do I say family, or do I say your team? The CBMs present, I haven't seen the CBMs, I've seen myself, CBM Nairobi North. Ketao leaders, I think I've seen quite a number of Ketao leadership. Colleagues, our beautiful ladies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to stand before you. And before I sit, I just want to, with the permission of the CEO, introduce the CBMs. I don't know whether we're supposed to have CBM Machakos, Nairobi West, South. Are you in the house? Kennedy? All right. Thank you. I think they are not around. Let me introduce the Ketao leadership with your permission. The leaders, Ketao leaders, the two union branches. Good. I can't see the, yes, I can see Wanyama, I can see Ndunge, I can see Margaret. Margaret representing Nairobi South and Wanyama, Ndunge, Central branch. I can't see the Katibu, both Central and South. So with that, MC, allow me to come to an end, but not before I make this comment. Last time, MC Samuel, you told us what your wife wrote to you when we had the men's fellowship. Men's, not fellowship. MC, men's. Allow me to. I'm born again, so I'm likely to talk about fellowship. Before I make this men's comment, the National Day. Last time, MC Samuel. Now, will you kindly tell us today what you wrote, your wife wrote to your when we had the men's on this International Women's Men's. Thank you. God bless you again. So I'm likely to talk about fellowship. Men's International Day. Now, will you kindly tell us today?
Thank you.
What you wrote?
I didn't write a very complicated message. It was just an M-Pesa message.
International Women's. Thank you. God bless you.
You're creating a bit of
I didn't write a very
competition
complicated
here.
message.
So today, who got M-Pesa from their spouse? A bit of hakuna mtu. So thank you very much. Kofi kwa Sam kwa kutuma M-Pesa. We still owe you a gift as directed. So before we get any show cause please come and receive the gift. Thank you very much. We owe you a gift as directed. You did a very good job. Asante sana na Mungu akubariki. We sit in the gender committee. I'm a member. I have a chair. And the chair is called Engineer Mary Kirui. She's actually on her way. I have a chair. But in the absence of Mary, called Engineer, I'd like to welcome Kirui. Grace. She's actually on her way. But in the absence of Mary, I'd like to welcome ukuje hapa mchezea ule wimbo wa Daudi Kabaka tafadhali. Mwendo wa aste aste. Tafadhali akitembea pole pole usiharakishe dada. Wimbo wa Daudi Kabaka tafadhali. She has to get that song. Pole pole usiharakishe
Ayuda ya tu imeharibika,
Wow. Sarah, you know when that song was being played, I wasn't born, so I have tried to do a jig. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Aki, you guys should stand here and look how beautiful you look. You look so royal, so royal. You look munchy, 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 munchy. You look like that. Can you give yourselves a clap? Okay, okay. Our CEO, an MD, for our MD and CEO. Did we say doctor, engineer, doctor, Joseph Stiror. Regional managers, or rather the GM's present, Engineer Rosemary Oduor, Engineer Kennedy Omolo Wino, our CBM, who's the host. The regional management present. Oh yes. I forgot. I'm sorry. Engineer Wakili Imelda. Wakili Imelda. Let me take that again. It's not smooth. Okay, allow me to do that once more. The MD and CEO, Joseph, Doctor, Engineer, Doctor. Okay. Again. Let's start again. I'm so used to Doctor Engineer. I have to get it right. The MD and CEO, Engineer Dr. Joseph Stiror. Can you give me a clap? Yes. The GM's present, that is Engineer Rosemary Oduor, Wakili Imelda Bore, Engineer Kennedy Omolo Owino, the CPMs present, especially the one who is hosting us here, that is the RM, acting RM at the moment, Engineer Barnabas Muli. I also want to recognize the regional management who are present with us virtually. Our esteemed guest, chief guest, Cynthia Wakonyo, Wakili, Cynthia Wakonyo. The regional management and the other speakers. We have a few speakers who are going to come on board, and to you. Most importantly, to you. Are you there? Happy Women's Day. Oh my. Can we have some energy? Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. Exactly. Let us kick off this incredible celebration by inspiring some joy, some celebration. Turn to the person on your left and on your right. Give them a high five. High five. And tell them that they are celebrated, that you celebrate them, that you value them, and that they should feel inspired. Are you together? Do you know that high five is powerful? Okay? From today, in the morning, after you do your makeup every morning, look at the mirror, and the person, welcome directors, welcome. Feel most welcome. Yeah, thank you. So, I was saying, in the morning, look at the mirror after you do whatever you're doing, and give yourself a high five and say you have got it. And you know you have it when you have God in you, isn't it? Are we together? What did I say? You give yourself a high five. All right? The mirror. Try that and give me feedback on how it feels, how energized you will be the rest of the day. So today is a very special day when we acknowledge women. We celebrate them in a very big way. Before I continue, My name is Grace Wenga. I'm in business development, in infrastructure development. And I stand here today with different hats. I'm the vice chair of the Gender Mainstreaming Committee. At this juncture, I would like to acknowledge and recognize my fellow committee members. Please be upstanding so that we can appreciate you. Hello, where are you? Okay. All right, where are the others? So that we see you? Great, nice. All right, thank you very much. Those are the members who have put this function together and who are tasked with the obligation of implementing or mainstreaming gender in our company. Now, on behalf of the Gender Committee Chair, that is Engineer Mary Kirui, I want to welcome you all to today's function. It's with immense pleasure and honor to have all of you here. We don't take it for granted. You'd have been busy doing other things, but you chose to be here today to celebrate yourselves because you matter and you are included. Makofi? Okay. So today, as I said, we gather to celebrate women, to celebrate their resilience, their strength, their achievements, and we also acknowledge the journey that we have ahead of us. The theme for this year's celebration is Inspire Inclusion. Do we know the sign of Inspire Inclusion? Can we do it? Hello, Sarah, could you stand and show them? Are you together? Thank you very much, Sarah. Okay, so lined up in today's program, we are going to hear very inspiring stories, encouraging stories that are supposed to inspire us to take action moving forward so that we can inspire inclusion. Later on, we are also going to launch the gender mainstreaming policy. Hello. Yes, you know, the policy is a testament of management's commitment and their unwavering support to create an environment, a working environment that is all inclusive. So without much ado, over to you, Christine, Sarah Christine and Simon. Ladies and gentlemen who are here, please feel most welcome and enjoy the celebration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So she's done a good job, isn't it? Si ameongea vizuri kama mzungu. Don't worry, madam. Don't worry. Nimesema mzungu, lakini ameongea kama mzungu, si ndio? So can we all stand up? Bwana DJ, kuna wimbo anapenda sana kutoka Sauti Sol, mwekee hiyo wimbo kidogo. Tuone kidogo. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to follow instructions, especially in the afternoon. Aya, mwekee hiyo wimbo kidogo. Hii unajua? Were you there? Aya. Let's go. Now I can see you.
I'm one drink away from saying I love you. Kuna mambo nashindwa ficha mama, leo lazima niseme. Drunk texting baby, telling you how I feel. Maji yamezidi unga masheri, wacha moyo ufunguke.
Thank you very much. Maji yamezidi unga, tukae chini, makofi kwa Grace. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Grace. A big clap for her. She's done very well. I'd like to take this time to allow my co-MC to invite the next guest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate Sarah. Before I invite the next speaker, who is going to be Cynthia CLA, I want us to appreciate our two directors, Director Logan and Director Dr. Saina. Let's appreciate them. Thank you so much, directors, for arriving just after we began. Hamjachelewa sana. We understand you're quite engaged, trying to make Kenya Power better, but you're right on time. I was told the other day, don't say you are late, just say I was held up. So yeah, they were held up in very important matters. Now I want to invite Cynthia CLA to come and speak on behalf of GM, HR and admin. So makofi kwa Cynthia. And then after Cynthia you speak, our MD has a flight to catch. So our MD doesn't catch feelings, he catches flights, right? So, because he's a gentleman. So he's gonna, because, so we are going to rearrange our program. So we are going to, after Cynthia has spoken, we are now going to allow her to invite the MD to come and give his remarks so that he can catch his flight. Because once you miss your flight, you can easily catch feelings. Cynthia.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. And happy International Women's Day to you all. I can't hear you guys, especially at the back. I want it very loud. Happy International Women's Day.
Inspire inclusion.
Thank you, Christine. I know your program says GMHR, Cecilia Kalungu. However, I'm here on behalf of Cecilia. So don't confuse me for Cecilia. I would like to welcome all of you to today's event. And as the earlier speakers had said, you are all looking very beautiful and lovely and royal. And we are loyal, right, to KPLC? Right? We were told, what does purple mean? Dignity, justice, and M-Pesa. Oh yeah, by some, right? So our guest speaker, my namesake, Cynthia Wakonyo, our board directors, Director Logan, Director Ezekiel Saina, our MD and CEO, engineer, doctor, engineer, I'm following in Grace's footpath, Joseph Siror, the management and staff of Kenya Power, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And because I'm standing here on behalf of Cecilia, who is, she's actually in another event, she was not able to make, I'm going to read her speech as it is, so I'll speak in her voice. So as we commemorate International Women's Day today, I want to take a moment to reflect on the significance of this day and the invaluable contributions of women in our workforce and society as a whole. As we stand today on this International Women's Day, we want to celebrate the theme, Inspire Inclusion, by recognizing and honoring the invaluable contributions of all our female colleagues. As at today, as KPLC, we stand at 22% of our workforce of 10,500. So we have about 2,200 strong female employees. And this number, by the way, has come up, I think about 5 years ago, we were at 18%. We are now slowly trying to get ourselves to 30%, at least 30%. But I think the best would be now we get to 50-50 in future, and maybe beyond that. So let's give ourselves a clap for that growth. Together, let us empower each other to create a more inclusive and diverse workforce to power a brighter future for all. This year's theme, Inspire Inclusion, challenges us to lead and mentor others, stepping up, taking charge, and helping others find their path. It reminds us of the importance of fostering an environment where everyone, regardless of gender, feels respected, valued, and empowered to thrive. I am proud to lead a team. Please put Cecilia there. I am proud to lead a team that recognizes the importance of diversity and inclusion, and I encourage each of you to continue championing these values in everything that we do. Let us seize this opportunity to celebrate the achievements of women around the world, while also committing ourselves to furthering the cause of gender equality in our organization and beyond. This day reminds us of our achievements as an organization in fostering an inclusive workplace through our functional lactation rooms. Are there any of us who have benefited from our lactation rooms? I want to believe we have a number of us. We have equal opportunities for both men and women. Or am I talking to an aging workforce? I can see some people laughing. I want to imagine the joke they are cracking behind there. The gender equality sensitization forums and the gender mainstreaming policy that was recently approved for adoption, and as we've been told by our gender committee deputy chairperson, that it will be launched today as well. Thank you for your dedication and contributions to making our workplace a more inclusive and equitable environment for all. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you. Let me wear the hat of, let me take the pleasure of welcoming our CEO. Is there a song, a dance for the CEO? Yes. DJ? Let me ask Sarah Christine to come and help me, Lydia. Welcome, Bonasi. There is no song for this. They have missed the opportunity.
It's a very nice song, and you know he's hurrying up so that we don't sing. But today is our day. I have to smile at women as CEO. Tafadhali. Haya, tikisheni kidogo.
I think Duncan whispered to me that the speech they had prepared was done by a lady. So I must strictly adhere and read it out. Okay, our guest speaker, Cynthia Wakonyo. Directors, Logan Christie and Ezekiel Saina. The management and staff of Kenya Power, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and happy International Women's Day.
Inspire and inclusion.
Repeat that again. Happy International Women's Day.
Inspire and inclusion.
It's not at the level I still want it. Happy International Women's Day.
Inspire and inclusion.
Now that is okay. I am honored and privileged to stand before you today as we come together to celebrate International Women's Day. This day holds special significance as we recognize and honor the invaluable contributions of women to our beloved company, our communities, and our world. International Women's Day is not just a day to celebrate the achievements of women. It is a reminder of the progress we have made and the work that still lies ahead. It's a day to reaffirm our commitment to gender equality, diversity, and inclusion. Principles that are fundamental on who we are as an organization. As we gather here today, I'm reminded of the countless women in the company who have paved the way for progress and inspired future generations with their courage, resilience, and determination. Oh, is that so? From the boardroom to the banking halls, from the meter laboratories to the lifeline teams, women have shattered barriers, broken glass ceilings, and defied expectations to shape the world we live in today. I think I'm even reminded of what Logan was saying, was it yesterday or the day before, how she was acknowledging how women were really doing profound things, which in the past were thought to be only the domain of men. At Kenya Power, we are proud to champion the empowerment of women at every level of our organization. From our leadership team to our frontline staff, women play a crucial role in driving our success and shaping our future. Their talent, creativity, maybe I should remain there, Kidogo, your creativity. I think I want to emphasize that, right? Yeah, their creativity and leadership have been instrumental in propelling us forward and positioning us for continued growth and innovation. But our commitment to gender equality goes beyond mere words. It is reflected in our actions, our policies, and our culture. We strive to create a workplace where every individual, regardless of gender, has equal opportunities to learn, grow, and succeed. We are committed to fostering a culture of respect, inclusivity, and support, where everyone feels valued, heard, and empowered to reach their full potential. I'm reminded of a meeting which was held in Rwanda not long ago, and this was the Women in Energy Conference of Africa. And I think some of the strides that we have made as a company were really way ahead of the pack. I think Mary was articulated very well. And I think when it was the time to enumerate some of the things that we have done, including the lactation rooms, I think it was quite significant. I think some were quite inspired to know that Kenya Power has really moved to that level. In particular, Kenya Power's gender mainstreaming policy lays the necessary framework for capacity building and training, inclusive recruitment, promotion and retention, safe and secure work environment, a gender-responsive organizational culture, and the monitoring and evaluation of the progress of gender equity in the company. This policy will help us recommit ourselves to gender equity in the company as we continue to break down barriers and challenge stereotypes. It will also help us amplify the voices of women, champion their causes, and work together to build a more equitable and just world for future generations of women in the company. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the incredible women. Let me say that again. Incredible women of Kenya Power. For their contributions, their leadership, and their unwavering commitment to excellence. Your talent, dedication, and resilience inspire us all. And I am honored to stand alongside you as we continue to strive for a brighter, more inclusive future. Happy International Women's Day to every one of you, once again, and God bless you.
Amen.
So maybe I can just say one off-the-cuff remark. Am I allowed? Yes. I think I need your permission to do so. When we go to the Bible, one of the key things that really stands out is the great role that women play. Indeed, the Bible is very clear when it comes to equality. Men and women in the Bible are equal. Their roles may be different, but they are equal. But together, it's not like they are competing. Each of them has a space, and each of them excels in their space. It's most unfortunate at times when it is made to appear Like actually the Bible grades women different from men. I think many, if you go to Judges, you'll find the likes of Deborah. You'll find printed all the way from Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 to Revelation 22:21. There are so many things about women. In fact, I think the first evangelist who came to announce that Jesus was alive was actually a woman. And you know that was the biggest announcement that could ever be made. This is after Jesus had been crucified. And so if you see that the burden of breaking the news that Jesus was alive was left to a woman, I think it speaks a lot about the fact that they can be trusted to deliver the greatest that needs to be announced at any one time. And indeed, I think if you go to the book of Acts, you will know that there's a man called Philip, and 7 of his daughters were prophets. And at times you hear that women are not meant to preach, and I'm almost like, which Bible are these guys reading? Any culture and any society that seeks to denigrate or to reduce, you know, the role of women is a society that is doomed. I do know we come from different cultures. I think in our culture at times, when you ask who was at home, you'd actually say they are children. And included there were the women. But I don't think it was more of a negative. I think it was just, I don't know. I don't want to justify that culture. But yes, that is how in some parts. And when we look at Africa, really, I think this may be the place where women have suffered the most. But have been very resilient. And included there through all that has transpired. But I don't women think it was more of a negative. I think it was. I think if it was men that were subjected to the same environment, yes, that women are subjected to at times, and when we look at many of them would have broken down and committed suicide. But we are really glad that despite all the challenges and the things that they have to deal with, they have always stood strong. And on this International Women's Day, I want to salute all the women are subjected to times. God bless you. But we are really glad that despite all the challenges.
Thank you very much. Wanna see you before you leave.
And on this International Women's Day,
we want to believe that you have a team
of Kenya Power. God bless you.
who include men and women. I want to give you this opportunity. Thank you very much. Wanna see you before you introduce your team in a very special way. We want to believe having in mind team and in depth that it is include men and women. So I'll give you 2 seconds, maybe just organize your thoughts, to introduce your team. But I want you to introduce in a very special way. Start from the board all the way. Introduce them in your own special way. So I'll give you 2 seconds, maybe just organize your thoughts. To dance, just do your thing. So are you feeling okay? From the board all the way. Are you feeling like you're ready? Tupigie sio makofi ndio apate motisha. So, kohoa kidogo nikuletee maji ama uko sawa? Tupigie sio makofi ndio apate motisha. So, kohoa kidogo nikuletee maji ama take this opportunity. Welcome your team and talk to them the way, you know. Come on, he's pushing it a little bit. So, wanna see you take this opportunity.
Unajua siwezi ku welcome my team na my bosses wako hapa. Sasa uniruhusu ni introduce bosses wangu. Unajua siwezi ku sindio? Sio inakubalika na my bosses wako. So wa kwanza anaitwa Logan Christie. Uniruhusu ni introduce bosses. Anaweza kuja hapa mbele. Anaweza kuja hapa mbele Logan Christie. Anaweza kuja hapa mbele. Anaweza kuja hapa mbele. Sasa mtampatia nyimbo gani? DJ, sasa mtampatia nyimbo gani? DJ, one song. You can invite them to join you. Those okay, don't wait think you can introduce yourself. This is a time for introduction.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Logan. Yes, my name is Logan. I'm one of the board of directors members. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon to celebrate International Women's Day. Of course, being one of you, it is good to see you in these spaces where women are not always traditionally present. The energy sector, engineering fields, IT fields. Of course, we appreciate you, and even those of you in admin, HR, the more traditional women's roles in these companies. But we are here to support you. We are here to make Kenya Power a welcoming and an inclusive place, one that is inspiring your inclusion. We're happy to be with you for this journey. Thank you.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Happy International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you. My names are Ezekiel Saina, new board of director from mid-December, and I am happy to join this family, this great family, which actually recognizes women as equal partners of the men folk, and it is really nice. I like the way the MD put it, that it is actually the Bible, and we are living to the word as a company. So it is my great pleasure to be with you, and I wish you all a happy International Women's Day as you celebrate this day for the rest of the day. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Happy International Women's Day. I'm happy also to be here. Sorry, I came a bit late. I came from Notri. The team there are very inspired. We had a very good celebration in the morning, and they sent their greetings. So my name is Engineer Mary Kirui. I'm the acting regional manager for Notri. I think I have a session. We will discuss more. But I'm happy that to see the smile on the face for ladies. They've come to celebrate with us. This is our day. Enjoy. Inspire someone. I think I also want to really thank the management because of the support. If it wasn't, we didn't have the support from them. Thank you very much for supporting these women and also recognizing the value and the input which they give to the organization. Thank you.
Happy International Women's Day. Well, I'm glad to be amongst you this afternoon. My name is Rosemary Oduor, the General Manager, Commercial Services and Sales. May you have a lovely afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy International Women's Day. I'm Kennedy Oino, the acting GM Infrastructure Development. At Infrastructure we value women. And this morning we had a great celebration. We had a cake cutting occasion to celebrate our valued, esteemed women. We value. You are great people. Thank you so much.
Happy International Women's Day. So I've just been inspired. So next year, at Mimi Division Yangu, we shall do something. So I'm Imelda Bore. I'm the GM Legal, Affairs and Company Secretary. And the one thing I want to say is women add flair. So this purple color just look very nice. So add flair wherever you go. Inspire inclusion. Thank you.
Alright,
Engineer Mary, umeimba mpaka unaanguka, my dear. Upatiane gift tafadhali. Engineer, doctor, engineer ni gani? Doctor engineer. Tafadhali nisaidieni. Siku hizi mnajua kuna fail. Mnajua kuna fail. Kuna fail. Aya. Doctor engineer. Oh, sorry. Engineer doctor. We want you to receive this gift. Na hiyo mwavuli usimpatie namna hiyo. Fungua hiyo mwavuli vizuri. Nataka Engineer Mary afungue hiyo mwavuli. Fungua pole pole. Mimi najua bwana CEO uko na mwavuli, lakini this is a special one, eh? Na sisi kama kina mama tunataka engineer atufanyie kitu moja tu. Fungua hiyo mwavuli. Eh? Ukiona mvua inakuja, unatufunikia, mfunikie vizuri. And that is what I want you to be doing to us. Makofi kwake. Akiona mvua ile ya mafuriko inakuja, kina mama wamewekwa, anatufanyia nini? Kwa hivyo bwana CEO, when you see that umbrella, wewe unatufunikia tu. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. Kwaya, asanteni sana. You can continue. Thank you very much, engineer. Mfungie mwavuli vizuri kama mama. Thank you very much. God bless you.
that we are having cancer screening for ladies. So at the gym, it's actually happening at the gym. Just you can walk like this, go up the stairs, you'll find, and you'll be guided. So they are screening for various cancers. And to give us more details, I want to welcome the team from where? Yes, St. Scholastica Hospital is the team around. Yes. So I want to appreciate them from St. Scholastica Mission Hospital to come and give us a brief overview of what they do and also what they're offering us today. Karibuni sana.
Good evening. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you. So my name is Dr. Kartikeya Joshi. She is my better half. We as a team on International Women's Day are coming together.
Hi, all of you. It is really a very energetic afternoon, I must say. And we have actually come here on behalf of St. Scholastica Hospital. We represent the Bone and Joint Specialty Center, and we provide all bone and orthopedic related services from childhood to adulthood to St. Scholastica Hospital. So there will be outpatient as well as inpatient services being provided. We came here specially because the team on behalf of Scholastica requested us to take opportunity of this occasion and discuss with you some important issues related to women's health. I can see half the work is actually done by the organizing team and the energetic choir. There was so much movement in this room that half our work is actually done. But yet we are here to bring your attention to certain topics which we all as women must speak about.
So I'm an orthopedic surgeon. She's a pediatric endocrinologist. So you're a good combination of bridging gaps and mending joints. So she is the one who deals with hormonal issues. I'm the one who deals with the joining the bones. So.
Village work? Yeah.
Just bear with us.
Yeah, because we're falling short of time, I will just like to, so we want to discuss certain issues. Now, I understand that maximum people over here are engineers, maximum ladies over here are engineers. So we all understand the importance of a good foundation. And physically, we want to come to emphasize today on the importance of the foundation of our actually, bodies, as in the bones. So what we want to bring in today is that right from a very young age group, from infancy to adolescence to adulthood, we must be aware about our bone health as well. So that is what will help us to march with strength and defy all orthopedic odds. So we must, I just need to bring a secret information, which is actually a fact, but not many of us understand the importance of it. The maximum bone accrual happens during infancy, during adolescent age group, and during puberty. So these are the important checkpoints when we can make our bones maximum strong. And the maximum bone accrual up to puberty is that's it. Afterwards, we sort of utilize that bone health throughout adulthood. And hence, if we do not pay attention to bone health until pubertal age group, we can then have problems of osteoporosis. Later on, we are more prone to those problems. Certain orthopedic problems that as women, as mothers, as wives, we must all be aware about. Dr. will be telling us about.
So there are an array of problems we see starting from younger age, like football players in sports, they have meniscal injuries which involve the knees. So knee you can have ligament, meniscus. As the age grows, you can get tendinitis during pregnancy. You have carpal tunnel syndrome, in which there is a numbness around the fingers. You have difficulty in lifting the child, and then followed by rotator cuff or shoulder injuries and back pain, which we know because of our work. We sit like this, we work in a bending forward position, we have cervical issues as we are working indoors. And the most biggest culprit is osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. So in osteoporosis, hormonal issues should be dealt properly.
Yeah, so osteoporosis is present across all age group. Fractures are missed in children, and they also can have underlying osteoporosis. So if a child is having fractures and it's recurrent, that should raise red flags. Also in old age, we must be alert about this issue of osteoporosis. So women having back aches, women having severe aches in their joints and bones should seek attention for these complaints. The main issue occurs because of hormonal imbalances, and one of them is actually physiologic. As the estrogen level goes down, it can have a adverse effect on the bones. So we must try and do all the preventive measures that can help us to retain the bone health that we have gathered.
So what are the risk factors? One is the lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle, sitting continuously on a laptop, working, all these affects. Then there's the hormonal issues and the work related, that is ergonomics. We have to change our working posture, how you sit on a table, how you stand, how you work. Then what are the prevention strategies?
So it's very important right from childhood age group to emphasize a lot on daily exercises. It is a well-known fact that the muscle pull and the tendon pull on the bone increases the strength of the bone. So children who are not so active, or the ones who are sick or bedridden, are found to have thin bones as compared to children who are very active with a lot of mobility. They are having thicker bones. And when the bone is thick, its diameter is higher, it's difficult to break, it's more strong. So it's very important to emphasize exercise, physical activities right from our girls, for all our girls, we should emphasize that so that their bones are strong. Secondly, obesity or excessive weight gain has a negative effect on the bone strength. So everybody right from age, like I said, childhood until adulthood should have a check of their diet and their weight. Keep a watch on that. Posture, as Dr. E mentioned, most of us are like this, either in the mobile or even the laptop is on the table. So make sure your laptop levels are raised so that your back is straight, and keep it's very difficult to always sit straight, but be aware about your posture and try as much as possible to keep your backbone straight. I can see many people adjusting right now, but that's a good habit. I myself do that in clinic many times. And secondly, regular health checkups. So thyroid issues, problems with cortisol levels, other illnesses in general, gastrointestinal illnesses, prevent good absorption of minerals and calciums and can adversely affect the bones. So always in any scenario, keep a mindset for maintaining bone health. Always try and see that, bone health should also be, it's never mentioned on your doctor's notes that, bone health is perfect, because we all take it for granted. But it's a good thing to give a thought to it and do whatever is possible to prevent adverse things happening.
Now, this is a lady, Itutior. This is a good example for everybody of us. She had a positive mindset. She came to me with a fracture hip of femur, and I ended up doing a replacement in this. So let's hope this video plays. Yeah, so she is the one, she said, I want to get up, I want to drive my Prado. So I said, yes. And she wanted to go to Mombasa, go in a swimming pool, do a swimming. So everything is there. And this is a recovery I could see in her case within 2 to 3 weeks of the surgery. So see how positive mindset, doing physical exercises, and the age matter.
She's 80, by the way. Her age is 80. Yeah. So just last 2 slides so that we'll just come to an end. So the secret I was mentioning about bone health, 80% of it comes with the genes. We can't do anything to it. It's our parents' genes that come to us and give the strength to our bones. So that portion is, sort of, or you can put it in other ways, healthy bones in the grandmother, healthy bones in the mother, healthy bones in the daughter, and then the granddaughter. So that's the sequence. So make sure your bone health today is good. You're likely to pass it on to your next generations. What can be modified is the rest of it. By taking adequate calciums in your diet, not tea, not coffee. It does not help in the absorption of calcium well. You should have, in addition to your tea or coffee, milk, yogurt, cheese, etc., other calcium. Vitamin D, general health and well-being, like all of you have been doing, exercising, mobility, that is very, very important because the muscle pull on the bone determines its strength. Exercise, again, I've covered. Hormones. Suppose you're aging and you have complaints of backache, go back to your doctor and inquire about hormone replacement therapy. Is it necessary? Is it osteoporosis that we're having? Or your mothers, your grandmothers, they may require such an assistance. So be aware of that. Lifestyle modification, again, reduces obesity, gives you healthy bones. So make sure you follow a healthy lifestyle. These are the only preventive factors that we can touch upon. We can't do anything about the genetics part of it. And I've seen that all of you in this room are quite mobile, so you have got the genetic blessings of healthy bones already. So I'm very thankful to Scholastica for having given this opportunity to discuss this very important and neglected issue of bone health, and also for carrying out the cervical cancer screening camp. It is very important. It is already highlighted by the CDC. This slide just portrays why we should do cervical screening. How it is done is already being done upstairs. There's another thing as a pediatrician I want to tell you, that from 9 years onwards we can get our girls vaccinated against it. So if not done yet, you can do so. There's also an age limit up to 26. Even between 26 and 45 years, you can discuss with your gynecologist and take it as an optional vaccine. That is the preventable strategy. But yes, all in the adulthood should get a screening for cervical cancer by the pap smear or the HPV viral load. So that's already being done by Scholastica. Bravo. And a happy International Women's Day to you all.
International Women's Day again. All my patients, my friends, and my parents. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Joshi. I appreciate that very much. So, happy International Women's Day. Thank you very much. My name is Austin Omondi. I am a business development lead at St. Scholastica Uzima Hospital. So, Dr. Joshi is one of our orthopedic doctors, and the wife is one of our endocrinologist pediatric doctors at St. Scholastica Uzima Hospital. So, Uzima celebrates with KPLC to inspire more women to better health and also support her theme on inspiring inclusion. So, St. Scholastica Uzima was established by the Missionary Benedictine Sisters as a non-profit health institution providing quality and affordable healthcare, especially for women. The hospital boasts highly qualified staff who are specialized technologies to treat various health issues with a personal touch. Services offered include administration of medicine and pain management during surgical procedures, patient monitoring, and prescription for post-surgery medication. St. Scholastica Uzima is known for its reputation in delivering healthcare services, especially for women. So we started off as a dispensary, right opposite survey. We were mostly reaching out to women in the informal settlements, and we have grown further into becoming now a fully fledged level 4, still continuing with the mission of servicing the community and focusing on women healthcare. 1 minute. So let me continue. So the hospital has a history, 1 minute. The hospital has a history that dates back to its foundation by missionary Benedictine sisters, focusing on providing affordable healthcare to women in the community, particularly those living in the informal settlements, such as Mathare. So you will find most of our women and their clients that we've been able to service are formerly coming from the informal settlements, and we appreciate that we've been able to inspire more women, especially women coming from informal settlements and across Nairobi. So the hospital services encompass a wide range of medical care, emphasizing personalized treatment and the use of advanced technologies to ensure quality healthcare. So thank you very much for having us this day and being able to accommodate us, and we appreciate and we celebrate KPLC together in this International Women's Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's also once again appreciate Scholastica. They're actually offering these free services, so please make sure that you patronize them even as you get to better your health. Now, we are almost getting to the best part of this event. The other part was better, but now we're almost climaxing it. But before we hear from our guest speaker, who is an awesome speaker, because I'm going to tell you who she is, I want to invite one of us to come and inspire us, to give us an inspirational story about herself, about her journey, and also challenge all of us, including the men who are here, to become people who can inspire others and inspire a generation. So ladies and a few gentlemen, please help me welcome Engineer Hadija Yunus. Engineer Hadija Yunus, where are you? Yes, let's appreciate her better. Kama makofi kwake, shangwe na vigelegele. Engineer, karibu sana. Oh yes. This little can do pole climbing. Anaweza panda kikingi ushangae. Engineer, karibu sana.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Happy International Women's Day. Inspire inclusion. All protocols observed. I'm Hadija Yunus. I'm not an engineer yet. I'm headed there in the next month or two. Yes, coming soon. Yes. I'm Hadija Yunus. I'm the operation engineer in a place called Mavoko. Most of you know it as Mlolongo, but I like the fancy name more, Mavoko. So, I'm 33 years old. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a wife to an upcoming engineer also. I'm a daughter, and most importantly, I'm a Gamma Energy member. So, of course, my major inspiration was my mother, who is, I'm her firstborn, and she's HR. So you can imagine, if you are HR, you can imagine the tough life I lived in that house. Very tough, high expectations. She told me the sky was not the limit. I had to go higher. And every day she challenges me. She now has her PhD, and I'm still at the master's level. So that's where I get my work ethic from. That's her. She's an inspiration in her own. From there, living in the house, I went to a very famous school in the coast, a Muslim school, Sheikh Khalifa, if you've heard of it. That's my alumni. Being in the coast, there are challenges, especially when I was growing up. You know, ladies, they didn't have high aspirations. Whenever you will sit with teenagers and ask, you will listen. The stories will be, when I get married, that's where it usually ends. But I met a teacher. Her name is Miss Fadia, and she told me I could break those ceilings, and I had no option but to listen to her. And then came university. I did what I did best, under the guidance of, again, Mariam. It was very tough, which led here to Kenya Power. Before Kenya Power was somewhere, I was in a rig somewhere in Marsabit, looking for gas. Tough conditions, but I made it. And now I'm here at KFLC. Here I've met inspirational ladies, my counterparts, my colleagues, the Gamma Energy, especially our chair lady, Miss Felista Nadimo. She's right there. And then through Gamma, I've met my engineers here, the ones who are pushing me to actually achieve that title. Engineer Mary Kirui and Engineer Rosemary Odor. They're inspirational on their own level. And when you hear people talk about them, you know you can't just let them down. You're running. Of course, and for the males in my life, of course, my spouse is supportive. One of the reasons I can handle being an engineer and a mother of 3, who all are under 6, because of his support. And I've met incredible bosses throughout my career journey. One of them is seated right here, Engineer Kennedy Owino. was supportive. When I was going through the journey of motherhood, they understood. And as much as I was discharging my duties, they understood the limitations, and they didn't let that motherhood have a repercussion on my career growth. And of course, although they are not here, I hope they are watching, my beloved team members. Without them, there is no me. Because they are the ones who make me achieve what I achieve. And if any one of you is my client or my customer, I hope I serve you well. And to all the ladies, I believe we can weather any storm. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate Khadija. I hope you're inspired by her story. I hope you are challenged by her story. Being a mother of 3, being a wife, being a team leader, being everything. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and happy gentlemen, come in the hour, come in the time, where we are going to hear from our guest speaker. We want to tell you a brief story about our guest speaker. Now listen as Sarah Christine begins.
Good afternoon. Situpigie Hadija makofi mazuri. Hadija, tunakuomba usimame. Tunataka kupigia makofi na tunasema asante, si ndio? Kule pwani hakuna mainjinia wengi wanawake, si ndio? Tumpigie vigelegele. Vigelegele tena. Sisi tunakuombea Mungu akuongezee watoto. Angalau ufikishe namba 7. Ndio hapo tupate sheikh, tupate engineer, tupate daktari, na wote wawe kina mama wazuri na kina baba wazuri. Kwa hivyo Mungu ambariki. The one who is next to her, can you give her a hug on behalf of everybody? Thank you very much. God bless her. Thank you very much. Do your thing. And today you had done your makeup. Nilipitana na wewe nikapita sure hata sikuwa najua ni wewe. Keep up even the makeup. God bless you. Makofi kwake one more time. Thank you very much and God bless you Hadija. Na mume wako mwambie asante. Amekuchunga vizuri, amekulisha na tumefurahi. Haya. We are right here and we have another guest. And Bwana MC.
Yes,
nataka uanze hiyo paragraph ya kwanza. Hiyo jina ni kama imenichanganya kidogo. Kwa hivyo soma hii biodata. We have our guest.
Our guest, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Cynthia Wakonyo Geshohe Dash Igeria.
Makofi kwa Cynthia.
Cynthia Wakonyo Geshohe Igeria. Now Cynthia.
Sweet mother.
sector and 20 years and counting in the banking industry. Hii miaka umeficha wapi?
Hey, basi kwake.
Give her a clap for keeping up. Thank you very much.
Listen to this, her service community. Now, Wakonyo is passionate in mentoring the generation that comes after her and does this through various platforms. She is a motivator and a creative writer on the Waki Space. So, ukienda tu Google to Waki Space, you'll find her there and you'll get to know what she does. The Waki Space Forum, as well as another different forum. She's also a published author, and she's going to tell us the book she has authored. Let's go on.
Her personal life statement and verbatim. I am a kite flyer. These kites are all the lives that I can touch with my own life. These kites are the people I engage with on a daily basis, whom I'm able to impact and value. And she says that I am not afraid to fly, just like kites, because my own life, in her words, is a kite that others have flown. Cynthia here is a biological mother to none other than Boro, who is 29 years old. Boro is a law student, as well as a music artist. She's also a mother to Wamoshi. Wamoshi is 25. Wamoshi sits in Strathmore University, where she studies law. She's actually a law graduate. She doesn't study. She's a graduate of law from Strathmore University. But Wamoshi is also a content creator. She's also a mother of 2 other young adults. So, Cynthia, we want to welcome you to this floor. Your bio is good, and we welcome her. Makofi kwa Mama Cynthia. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Happy International Women's Day. Board of Directors, CEO in absentia, the general managers here present, Wakili Imelda, a woman I honor and respect, regional managers, management, staff of KPLC, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. You know, when your biodata is read, you feel pressure to deliver, isn't it? I don't know whether I should start with a song. You know, I just feel like I really need to deliver. However, there's one part of my biodata that doesn't get read, and I usually say I'll tell it myself. One of my greatest parts of my own biodata is this. I am a storyteller. I am descendant of storytellers. My grandmother, who I am named after, was a storyteller. She was known to tell stories during the Mau Mau era when there was chaos and calm everyone down. My mother, Muihakiwage Shuhi, is also a storyteller. If you sit with her, she will engage in a story. She can't help herself. How then could I not become a storyteller? And then I gave birth to a daughter. I told her once that she's a storyteller, but you know, she says, she looked at me a bit confused, like, no. Then I said, it's only that now we have a different name for storytellers. They are called content creators and influencers. She's a descendant of storytellers. Isn't that true? So I will start with a story I am allowed to tell. I have been given permission to tell this story. There was a little girl many years ago. And she went to primary school. And she was a challenged little girl by virtue of the fact that she didn't have very good eyesight. And in those days, they didn't have posh glasses. I'm told they didn't have posh glasses. These days, glasses look like an accessory. Isn't that true, ladies? In those days, they didn't. It was one size fits all. And she had crooked teeth, and they had not been introduced to braces. So the boys in school liked to tease this little girl. So one day, the teasing got out of hand, and she went home and she told her father, I am not going back to school. I'm done with education. Her father said, sleep the night. In the morning, he woke her up and took her for a walk. And they walked past the newspaper vendor who they knew. And she said, why do you think this man comes to sell newspapers here every day? And she said, because he knows people need the newspapers. They passed a person who was selling vegetables. And he asked her, why do you think he always comes? And she said, because he knows that people need to eat vegetables. And they passed the local church and the choir was practicing for Sunday. And he asked, why do you think they come? And she said, because people have to sing songs on Sunday. And he said to her, the thing about all of them is that they know they have to show up. It doesn't matter what happened to them the day before. They have to show up. And she never forgot that message. She never forgot that lesson. I'll tell you about this little girl. This little girl is currently 58 years old. She's a lawyer. She's a coach. She's a mediator. That is my story. That is my story. My father now suffers dementia, so he doesn't even remember who I am, but he remembers the concept of his children. So every time I sit with my father, I start by telling him my full names, and I tell him whose daughter I am, and his face lights up because he taught me how to show up. Ladies, our theme is inspiring inclusion. I ask you then, what does inclusion mean to us? Inclusion, ladies, means, and to the men who support these ladies, this conversation is for you as well. Inclusion means that we revisit and re-understand the seat at the table. Ladies, how many of us want a seat at the table? Do you understand what that seat needs? Do you understand what that seat is calling for? My few minutes today is for us to engage on that seat. Your inclusion, it does not matter about your race, your age, your ability, your body type, your faith. Everything that you have today is important for you. And if I will call this engagement with you a success, it will be if I have spoken to your heart, to your person. I am a career professional. I love governance. I breathe. If you wake me up in the night and ask me what a certain board needs to do to shift some parameters, I won't even have to think about it because I breathe it. I love it. I love inducting boards. I love walking into a new board and thinking, yes, Imelda will tell you, inducting boards is such a joy because every board has a different tempo. Every board has a different rhythm because every board has different people. We are all different people. Therefore, ladies, as we aspire for inclusion, we must ask ourselves, what does that seat at the table look like? It looks like us being valued, isn't it? It looks like us being respected. It looks like us being empowered. But here's the thing, ladies, and the gentlemen here present. If you want to be valued, you must be valuable. If you want to be respected, you must be respectful. And if you want to be empowered, you need to know where the power comes from. True? Therefore, in the few moments that I have, and the reason I came with my team is because, you know, when you go places with your children, you have to tell the truth. Because they know you well, isn't it? I can't pretend not. My daughter is really saying yes very loudly. You can't afford not to be yourself. So I came with a tip so that also, you know, I keep looking at them and thinking, okay, yep, here you are. I have an amazing lady. She's an executive assistant. Her name is Monica. Monica, please wave. I'm just about to embarrass you. This young lady is so many years younger than me, but her wisdom is amazing. My daughter says, every person needs a Monica. She organizes our lives. Monica, I honor you. Thank you. Happy Women's Day, Monica. And then my daughter, Wamoshe, when we were coming here, she told me, stop, don't use us as examples. Don't even talk about us. You give us pressure. But I'm sorry, I can't help it. My daughter, Wamoshe, is a brilliant mind, and she tells me, you always know what she's thinking. And sometimes it's not very easy to know what she's thinking. You know, when your children are older and they tell you the truth, it hurts sometimes. Wamushi, you're an amazing lady. The world is ready for you. Marissa, another of my babies, is an event organizer. I see Marissa, I see events. She'll organize you, she'll even organize the way you blink. So if you're in an event with Marissa, just look at her, she'll tell you, blink now, and you will blink. And Wamwere Kimashi, I will not say he takes pictures, or he's a photographer, or he's in the digital space. He creates memories. Every picture he has taken, every time I look at it, I can even remind myself what I was thinking because of the way he captures it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the generation that we're watching. I digress. I needed to do that. You know, they're the ones who drove me here. They might leave me here. So, anyway. What is the journey then to understanding that seat at the table? I will give you 5 things that we need to do to understand that seat at the table. And then I will leave and I'll allow you to think through those 5 things. Self-inclusion is so much more important than our own fight for inclusion. The fight for your life is not from the enemy outside, isn't it? It is the enemy where? Inner me. Why do I say this? Your greatest fight is for your inner me. 5 questions. Who are you? Who are you in this season? I used to hope that I would wait until I reach a stage of perfection, and then I'll be able to say, now I want a seat at the table, now I want this kind of job. And then 20 years ago, I sat as a company secretary on a board. I was the only woman, and the age difference between myself and the second youngest was a decade. Already I felt intimidated. I remember thinking, how did I get there? Why, maybe I should have waited 20 years ago. Imagine I was actually a young person. This might come as a surprise, but I was once young. I promise. And I remember one of the directors at that point, he leaned over and he said to me, Wakonyo, you know you're the only company secretary in this boardroom. There's no other. And he said to me, let us feel you even before you speak. I didn't understand what that meant. Now I realize as I've grown older, it meant understanding who I am in the seasons of my life, regardless of what is going on. If I was to take a poll, many of us, at least 80% of us, is either going through a crisis, has just come out of a crisis, and I'm not being a prophet of doom, is about to go into a crisis. And if you have never been in a crisis, I have news for you, it will come if you're around long enough, isn't it? The crises don't define you, they make you. As you fight for inclusion, you're fighting for the inner me to show up the way you are, the best way you know how, with the circumstances that are available to you. Who are you? Who is the person who is showing up even when you aren't perfect? Secondly, why are you here? Why are you at Kenya Power? You're not here for a paycheck. You're here to add value. I left the power sector, and I remember when I was leaving, I served a very long notice. The reason being there was a project going on at the power sector that time. We were selling off a major part of our non-core assets. Those of us who know 20 years ago what we were doing, that was what we were doing. And when I interviewed for the job in the bank, they asked me whether they could pay off my former employer so that I could come in earlier. And I remember saying, no, there's a project I need to complete. Because I wasn't going to leave and up and run just like that, because I knew that my season in the power sector needed to end graciously, harmoniously, and with dignity. And I remember in the interview with the place I was going to, they said, there's somebody else who's available immediately. And I said, well, maybe then I will miss out on that job. Guess what they waited for me? They waited for me to finish that project at Kenya Power and then move on. Because you are here because you are on a specific assignment. When God gives you assignment, you need to know the beginning and the end. Don't leave before it is time to leave. Don't retire. Okay, retirement will come, whether we like it or not. It kind of comes as a shock, you know. I tell ladies, I turned 40, I was shocked. I turned 45, I was so shocked because I blinked, and then I turned 50. I didn't even blink, I was 55. Now I keep my eyes open because if I blink, I might be 90. So whether you like it or not, time is going to fly. People always say, people talk about time management. I'm one of those radical people, and I tell people, you can't manage time. It's going to come and go, whether you like it or not. It's going to be 6 o'clock, isn't it? It's going to be 7 o'clock. True? But you can manage your activities within time. Why are you here now? What is Kenya Power saying about you now? What value are you adding to Kenya Power now? Because guess what? The time may come up and it's time to move on. What will they say about you? She passed through. Oh, we remember. There is no greater joy than for me to meet somebody who says, I remember you. You are in the legal office on 2nd floor. One of the young ladies who I have met today, and my heart is completely full. I'm sorry to embarrass you, but Kathy, where are you? There she is. This young lady was a young lady 20 years ago. You're still a young lady, Kathy. But I think what blesses my heart is that when I saw her today and she said hello to me today, we engaged like 20 years hadn't passed by. I mean, that for me is the greatest thing. What you're doing here, as you fight for a place on the table, as you look at yourself being included, ask yourself, what are you doing for that inclusion to matter? Are we together? You know, my children are sitting strategically. Tell me when 15 minutes are over, 20 minutes are over. So if you see people fly, hands flying, it's my children trying to tell me that it's time up. Why are you here? Ladies, we have to be striking the balance. When I listened to her testimony of being a mother of 3 children under 6, please clap for her. Kudos. I listened to her story and I was getting emotional. I didn't imagine I was going to speak after her. I wanted to say, give me a moment first. Because for me, that is understanding why she's here and understanding how to balance her seasons. Ladies, we are not superwomen. Superwomen were only in the movies, and they even discontinued the movie because it didn't make sense. True? So I ask you, as you strike the balance, understand where you need to be, how you need to be, and what needs to be important for you. You see why everyone needs a Monica? Understand why, and understand what striking the balance means to you. Understand your role as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter. Understand all your roles and what you need to give in the different seasons. When my children were young, there were certain things I couldn't do because I was a career professional as well as a mother, and I needed to take care of these children, and it was hard. The first time I left my house with my firstborn, who by the way has turned 29 today on International Women's Day. Yes, he's 29 today. The first time I left with him and his father and we went to church, I was so frazzled trying to get us all ready. We got to church and I said to his father, we have to go back home. He said, why? I can't go into church. He asked me why. And I said, because I'm wearing slippers. I had forgotten to put on shoes. That is how frazzled we get as mothers, isn't it? Be gentle on yourselves in every season that you're in. Then I couldn't wait for them to grow up. Then they became teenagers. And I was like, my parents said, if my mother said, because I said so, that was the end. Now I have teenagers who want a conversation. We're actually having a debate. Teenagers. Then they became young adults. And as women, men, you can block your ears, we are also evolving. We are going older. I'm not the young person I used to be. I carry a fan everywhere I go. And it is okay. It is true, ladies. I can see the ones who are laughing. You're feeling me, isn't it? Yeah, and here is, thank you, director, Exhibit A. And as women, We are changing. We are evolving. Let's be gentle on ourselves. Now I try to go with a matching fan so that it can look posh. Because we have to make this thing posh, whatever it is that is happening to us, isn't it? We have to celebrate it and understand. So if your fellow woman is changing, even emotionally, she has lost her temper and you're all looking like, where, what happened? Understand what's going on. And as women, talk about it so that we can curb these things before they become a problem. Isn't that true? Take care of your health. You know, when the doctors were showing the slides, there was one slide they showed, which I wanted to cover my face, because they showed all the illnesses, and then they showed, did you see there were two in red at the bottom? Did you see those two in red? When I saw them, I said, wow, they have come to talk about me. Because I didn't take care of my health for a long time. And I ended up with, not the second last one, the last one. You know the last one that was there? Osteoarthritis, which is for old people. They even said it's for aged people. I got it when I was not that old, but because I didn't take care of my life. And as Dr. said, a knee replacement surgery for me was a thing I didn't imagine. But I had a doctor called Dr. Prabhat Lucky Reddy. I even remember his name from 2017 because he's still my friend. He told me that your mind in your healing is what's going to matter. Ladies showing up. He told me there are many women who don't even get out of the wheelchair because they're too scared when they have had both knees replaced. One of my, I call them adoptive children, told me that I'm now like a high-performance car with tectonic plates because I have a lot of metal in my body. When I go through airports, I show them, here I have metal. Because if I go through that thing, they'll think I have a bomb. Meanwhile, the metal is in my body. But guess what? I chose to heal. Before the age of 55, I had never been on a hike. Now my children will bear me witness. I go hiking in places that people can't even imagine. Showing up. Why are you here striking the balance? Who do you need on your journey? Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? Inclusion means that you subject yourself to mentoring. Inclusion means you listen to the women who have gone ahead of you and broken whatever ceiling they needed to break. Showing up. These days I even tell women, let's not focus on breaking the ceiling. Let's remove the ceiling. Who do you need on your journey? So that other people don't have to find the ceiling, isn't it? Means that you and I like what the young lady said. She said her mother told her the sky is not the limit. You have no limits, not even the sky. And broken. What are you doing to surround yourself with mentors, coaches, people who can tell you? I used to tell the ladies in the organization, I have made mistakes for all of us. Listen to my mistakes so that you don't have to make them. I'd rather you innovate fresh mistakes, but don't make the ones I have made, isn't it? Mentors, coaches. What do you need for your journey? What do you need for your journey? I have made mistakes for all of us. I need to go back to school so that you don't have to make them. I went back to school when my children are adults to be certified as a coach and as a mediator. I went back when they were adults. What do you need for your journey? And for me, that was the journey I knew that as I retire, and by the way, I was taught how to spell the word retirement. We no longer say we are retiring the way it is spelled. It is R-E-T-Y-R-E. Retirement. I just changed the wheels on my motor vehicle. How to spell the word retirement. And now the wheels that I am driving with are going in terrains you can't even begin to imagine. So please watch this space. What do you need for this part of the journey? And then finally, and now the wheels that I am driving with are going in terrains you can't even begin to imagine. So please watch this space. When I ask women what they do to take care of themselves, they tell me, I take the children to play here. That's the children. Taking care of you. I do this and this. That is your husband. When I ask women what they do, I do this and this. That is for your siblings. I take the children to play. What is one thing you do for yourself that nobody else benefits? That is for your siblings. Nobody else can even. In fact, nobody else can even say they felt nice about it. Nobody. I realized in this season of my life that hiking was something I was doing for myself. My children could hardly imagine. I even went and got hiking gear. In fact, I hike like a pro, even if I'm just going to Gong Hills, where I started. But if you see the way I'm dressed, I'm ready. In fact, if you just take me to Kilimanjaro from that Gong Hills, I will survive. But if you see the way I'm dressed, I'm ready. And I love it. I will wake up at 4:30 to be at the set of place at 5:15 and hike and come back completely filthy. You can never. In fact, when you come, the first hike I came back so dirty that I was shocked. But I was happily dirty. I came back so dirty that I was shocked because that was for me. What are you doing to take care of yourself? If you're taking care of yourself, if it means lighting a eucalyptus candle before you sleep, do it. If it means going to do your nails, when I go to do my nails, it's therapy because I fall asleep. And the poor lady who is doing my nails has to pull my hand, wake me up, push me this way. That's for me. What are you doing for yourself? What are you doing for yourself? The greater fight for inclusion is the inner me. I charge you ladies at Kenya Power to fight for yourself, the inner me, the beautiful person, the beautiful human being God has created you to be. Let Kenya Power say of you, indeed there has been a woman. There is a woman who works with us who's amazing. Because you know what happens when you fight for the inner me, ladies? They will know you even before you get to the table. They will sense your presence. They will ask for you before you get to the table. They will acknowledge that they need you before you get to the table. One of the things I planned to do on International Women's Day, even before we knew that what was going to happen today, was to launch my second book. And it's a book that's about 6 different women going through a crisis. Different crises completely. These 6 women have gone through a crisis, but they have gotten up and they have kept going. And the reason they kept going, the common denominator of all those 6 women was hope and the strength to keep going. If there is anything that I will leave you with, is ladies, don't stop hoping. As my father said, don't stop showing up. You will be included. You will sit at that table if you know who you are and you allow everybody to feel who you are. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Good afternoon. You know, sometimes when a director, when you're given a talk like this, even if it's gotten into your backbone, you naturally just have to stand up. What do you think? Zilpa, what do you think? Stand up. Let us say thank you. Let us clap for Wakonyo. It is very easy to say that we have not had new things, but we have had it in a new way, isn't it? So can we clap again? The funds you're talking about are dominant here. So thank you very much for encouraging us. God bless you. You were working at Kenya Power. She worked with us many years ago. 20 years ago. So this is a product of Kenya Power. So God bless you. Keep it up. Your team, your babies, you've done well. Yeah? Show up on the table. So thank you very much, Wakonyo. I'll ask you to take a seat for a short while. We have enjoyed that talk. And thank you, Director Logan, for giving that hug on our behalf. And Director Saina for greeting her. Thank you very much. I'll allow you to use the fan for 2 seconds as a testimony that it is all right. Now, normally, we like finishing one session. So Euphrasia and Maya, I'd like us to close this session. And I'd like Hadija to come to my left. Thank you very much. Let us have our gifts, and I'd like none other. Who do you want? Who should we present? Who should present this gift? Who is
Director Logan. Director Logan, please come. Who else do you want? You also want her. So you want to be sandwiched. So Director Logan, sandwich her with Wakonyo. She feels very encouraged. And as the gifts come, I know Wakonyo has talked. And Director Logan, you're always showing up. And it's good. And I want you to say a few words, not only to the crowd, but to the two ladies, and especially to Hadija. So thank you very much. Take this and just do your thing.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for your commitment to the company, for you showing up as yourself day after day on the job, for demonstrating by example to other women that we can do hard things, we can balance many things, whether it is family, whether it is work, whether it is our own interests. You're a very good example, and I'm sure that you are inspiring so many others in the company, in your community, and we applaud you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Makofi kwa Director Logan, always showing up at the table. Let me have the gifts, Euphrasia. Wakonyo, she has asked for you, so you're just going to stand there, hold her hand, and Logan, don't be left out, hold her shoulder, let the photo come out. Euphrasia, let's have those gifts. We'd like to say thank you, and we'd like to encourage Hadija, and this gift will be given to you. One will hold one thing, the other will hold another one, and we love you. Yes, Wakonyo can give one, Logan can give another. And thank you very much, Makofi kwa Hadija. And the upcoming engineer can receive her gifts now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wakonyo. Thank you, Director Logan. And God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Hadija. Wakonyo, please don't sit. Bona MC, who's presenting the next gift? None other than Engineer Rosemary Odur. Makofi kwa Rosemary. Rosemary, I want you to say a word to Wakonyo. I know you're gifted. She's a nice girl. Yes. Yes. And today she confirmed, she even wore the colors. Huh? You know, naturally Rosemary wants to defy, but today she did her thing. So Rosemary, say something. And bless this girl and do your thing. Si unajua tu vile unafanyanga.
Mtadu. Yes, Wakonyo, I have been very, very touched by the message that you have given to us. And it went right into the spinal cord, into the bone marrow. Yes, indeed, asking us to show up and looking at your life that you have opened bare to us, complete with the children, is phenomenal to us as the Kenya Power family. You have spoken words that I know will live in this organization for many, many years, in many, many hearts. Am I speaking for somebody? Let us appreciate Wakonyo. Thank you very much for taking your time. Thank you for sharing from your heart. It has indeed gone into our hearts. I was struggling not to shed tears in case they laugh at me, but indeed your sharing did touch my heart, and I believe you have touched us, and this was a very, very appropriate message for us on this day. The Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, the Lord expand you, the Lord cause you to touch many more lives. You're blessed of the Lord and you're mighty on the earth.
Thank you very much. Present that to her. And I want you to do it in a special way. Kuna shuka hapo. Na ukumbuke kuna maneno ya fun, kwa hivyo usimfunike sana. Yes. It has nothing to do with UCF. It's just Kenya Power. Thank you very much. Mfinike kidogo. Apate ndoto yetu. Thank you very much. A clap. Thank you very much. Makofi kwao. One big clap. Unajua director, Saina hajapigwa picha na mtu. Director, kuja tu hapa mbele. Just come, director. Just come. Hata kama wewe ni director tu uliingia December, just come. Hadija, I'll still call you. I'll still ask Wakonyo to be there. But I want you to say something. Unajua sisi pia tunaamini kina baba. Na tunaamini baraka zao. We believe in their blessings. So say something. Give your word to the two ladies because you're part of us.
Wow, what a great afternoon. Yes, the two great ladies here. I usually say that, in my family, I have 5 strong ladies. 5 strong ladies. And when we're here, I wish one was here. I would just sit down and I would just say, she would just do all the talking for me, and she would have the best words that you need to be told. Our motivator today, you are a great lady. Yeah, very great indeed. And we thank God that, He took care of you, and you have been a blessing, not just to us here. You have been a blessing to your family, and, I'm actually happy to actually see, a very strong team there, courtesy of yourself. And I wish to thank you, and I'm sure we are blessed as a Kenya Power family today to have had the pleasure of being talked to by yourself. Thank you so much. Great pleasure. Yes, and may God bless you. Now, our Iron Lady here. Yes. Yeah. You see. Now she was not wrong. Yeah, because we had not talked with her, right? Yes, and here we are. Thank you very much, and you are a blessing to this family. The kind of experience that we actually had of you, this is actually a very strong foundation of a strong family. When we say that, a home is actually made by a woman, we actually see that that is what it is. And may God bless you. Yeah, we thank you, and we thank your family, especially your husband and children, for having allowed you to come and address us here. Thank you so much. Right.
Thank you very much, Bwana Director. Unasikia nimemuita tu, I just called him, but he has blessed them. Bless you. Thank you. God bless you. So thank you. You've done well. And you're blessed. So thank you very much. We had expected that we are going to have our board chairman. And the chairman is going to be represented here by none other than, is it Dr. Engineer Dr. Logan? By Director Logan. And Director, before we get to the next phase, please come on behalf of the board chair. I'll allow you to use the podium so that it looks very official and you have official photos, and confirm that you actually delivered the speech. So makofi kwa our director.
Thank you very much again. And again, I'm here to represent our board chair, Joy Mdivo. She had really intended and hoped to be here this afternoon, but was called to Kawi House. So I think we can excuse her because even she has a boss, and the boss has called. So she is there, but she has asked me to greet you on her behalf and to deliver her remarks. So allow me to read the speech she had prepared before we close today. Happy International Women's Day. Good, I was afraid you were starting to sleep. You still have it in you. This week we join the world in commemorating International Women's Day. This day holds immense significance as we reflect on the achievements of women worldwide and recognize the continued fight for gender equality. At Kenya Power, we understand the importance of diversity and inclusion. We recognize that it is not only the right thing to do, but it also fuels innovation, creativity, and success. As we celebrate the contributions of women within the company and beyond, let us also reaffirm our commitment to fostering an environment where every individual, regardless of their gender, can thrive and succeed. It is in this regard that I am pleased to inform you of the launch of the Kenya Power Gender Mainstreaming Policy. You can clap. The policy aims to create a supportive and equitable work environment. It is grounded in the principle of fairness and is intended to foster a workplace culture that promotes respect, dignity, and equality for all employees. We are confident that with this policy in place, we have laid an additional foundation to challenge the barriers to gender equality in our workplace, and that we will create opportunities for all. The policy will, in addition to actively supporting men in the workplace, promote the advancement of women within the company. Guys, you are not forgotten. Don't worry. It will do this through, for example, ensuring compliance with affirmative action interventions, such as the 30% procurement requirement, and adherence to the 2/3 gender principle on appointive and elective positions. The policy also calls for, amongst others, fairness and access to resources and opportunities. We acknowledge that the journey towards gender equality is ongoing at the company. While we have made progress, there is still much work to be done. Even as the hard work towards gender parity continues, it is our collective responsibility to challenge the workplace barriers that women face at our company and in the society at large. By doing so, we not only empower women to reach their full potential, but we also strengthen our communities and foster a culture of respect and inclusion. On this special day, let us celebrate the achievements of our beloved women in the company, from our trailblazers who have paved the way for future generations, to our everyday heroes, making a difference in the workplace. Let us also recommit ourselves to the ongoing fight for gender equality, both within Kenya Power and in the world at large. Together, we can build a future where every individual, regardless of gender, has the opportunity to thrive and to succeed. Thank you for your dedication and your commitment to this important cause. Happy International Women's Day once again, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. The speech is received. For every session, we have an end. And Bona MC, you want us to do a gifting? And who do you want us to gift this time?
We want to gift our two directors.
Our
the
two
awesome work
directors.
they are doing. So we'll start with Director Logan. Please come over.
Director Logan and Duncan Dongo is the one who is going to give
Yes.
that gift.
Oh, yes.
The boy child has to do it for us. So please come this side, Director, on my left. There is more clarity here. Thank you. Duncan. As Duncan is presenting that gift, Duncan, I want you to tell the director something on behalf of the ladies in the speech. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the ladies or on behalf of the boy child? Okay, on behalf of the ladies, because I've been told to follow instructions, I want to tell Director Logan that we appreciate you. We appreciate the role that the board has played in the approval of this policy. It is a policy that it has taken a while, but is a policy that is going to take us far. We appreciate you for that, and we really thank you for that support.
Makofi kwake Ruth, director, that is from us. We love you. We appreciate everything. God bless you and continue having the energy to always show up. I know you're a very renowned lawyer, isn't it? That is something like that. Thank you very much, Duncan, and God bless you. So is there another gift?
Yes.
Our good director, Director Saina. Karibu. Martha Kamano, please come and give his gifts.
Director, to present the boy child properly.
Yes, and I want Martha.
Present the boy child. Thank you.
Director is representing the boy child.
Oh yes.
Director is representing the boy child. Yes, thank you. So Martha, thank you very much. Say something to the director before you present this gift. Asante.
That's an ambush. But thank you. I just want to say thank you very much for showing up. I think he's been very, let's give him a clap. It's not easy sitting with all these ladies, but you've been here, you've showed up. Yeah, you've been very accommodating, and we really appreciate you. It's good to have people like you, and of course Logan at the board, because when you sit here with us, you hear, you feel us, and we feel that you'll be able to represent our aspirations better. So welcome on board as one of the newest directors. We wish you very well, and we hope to see you more in our function. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Martha is our manager. Martha, you didn't say your manager. What?
Yeah, so my name is Martha Kamano Mutugi. I'm the manager, business development, which is in infrastructure division. That's my GM, Ken, right there. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Ken, you have a strong team below you. Thank you very much. God bless you. He's been mentioned many times. Thank you. And the director has started consulting immediately. And that is allowed. God bless him. Logan, I'll ask that you come back, and then Engineer Kennedy Owino, please come and present this gift to our acting director, Joy Brenda Masind. This is her gift. So, Engineer, you can say one word and then present the gift.
To our chairman, Joy Brenda, we count ourselves blessed to have you as our chair. Your leadership inspires KPLC, and we believe that the sky is the limit. We'll break the ceilings, and KPLC will be that company that many are looking forward to work for because of your leadership. We thank you on this wonderful day of International Women's Day. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Present the gift on our behalf. Thank you very much. God bless him. As we all know, our GM here is always the smartest gentleman, isn't it? Bona, please come here so that we actually acknowledge you. Unajua, in my culture we say niliingia bafu saa 9 ya usiku. He is always so smart. So can we clap for him? And most probably pass that message to your wife. She's doing a good job. God bless you. Thank you very much, and keep it up. We're getting into the next session. Our GMHR acting. We are getting to that point where we launch the policy. And I want to invite my boss, my mentor, Engineer Mary Kirui. Yes. I want you to say something. She's a lady of few words. Makofi kwake. Naona umwekee kamziki kidogo. Kamziki kidogo bwana DJ. She needs a lot of encouragement. Hiyo mzuri. Hiyo. Piga dance. Sema asante. Nimekuja kusema asante. Sema nasi asante. Inua sauti ya kusema asante. Let us stand up. 1 minute. Salimia jirani yako. Salimia tu, salimia. Unajua saa ile tunatafuta speech ni lazima ipatikane. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you surely want to show. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, say hello. If you're happy and you know, say hello. If you're happy and you want to show. If you're happy and you know, say hello. If you're happy and you know, please sit down. If you're happy and you know, please sit down. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah. Good evening. Happy International Women's Day. Inclusion. Happy International Women's Day. I think we are still alert. Inclusion. Thank you. Sarah is saying that I'm a woman of few words. I think, Sarah, that one has changed. I'm a storyteller, and I'm glad to be here this evening. And first and foremost, I think I really want to appreciate the Gender Committee for putting this together. It is not an easy task. I really want to really applaud you and appreciate you in a mighty, mighty way and celebrate all of you. Thank you also, Duncan, for the support. You have given us a lot of support, and I know we will not be here where we are if we didn't have that support. Team, apart from appreciating my Gender Committee, I'm here to just do a small presentation on the new gender mainstreaming policy. We had a policy which was launched in 2010, which has been in existence, and it called for review. We have been reviewing it for the last 2 years, and I'm happy that we have a product today, something which we can really be able to work on. As we celebrate, of course, this day, which is inclusion, I really want to really appreciate the milestone which has occurred in this organization. I joined this company about 25 years ago as an engineer. We were very few female engineers or female technical engineers. You can imagine the status in the field, the facilities, the environment. Having a male-dominated field, you will imagine that what you get there is what is tailor-made for male. But throughout the years, there's been a lot of improvement, tremendous improvement, where we have seen a lot of support for female, and that's why we were able to see the young lady engineer who works in Mavoko, that she's able to really do tasks which were perceived as male-dominated. So as we celebrate, it is an opportunity for women. We have been encouraged that it is us who needs to inspire ourselves. What do you want to do? And I think the topics for today, it has really, really touched me myself, and I know it has also inspired each and every one of you to relook into you, because the enemy which pull you back, it is within you, it is yourself. And as I said, we had a policy which we did in 2010. I don't know if Agnes is around, Agnes Obara. I don't know if she's in. I want to also appreciate her because she's one of the team who developed the policy. That was in 2011 with Anne Award, the Anne Award, former manager for the one who left, retired. And I want to appreciate them because they were the initiators of the gender mainstreaming within our organization. And we have a policy which we have been revising for the last 2 years. I will just give the highlight. because we don't want to spend, we don't have much time. So we have the policy which was approved. It has been approved. It will be circulated, an improved version of the initial one. And why did we revise the policy? It's because since 2011 there is so much which has happened. There are so many policies. There are so many laws which we need to adhere to as Kenya Power. And inside that policy, we have the policy statement itself, which of course inside that policy we are supposed to ensure inclusivity in terms of the recruitment. It has captured that clearly, and we needed to have a document which will be able to guide us to ensure that we create a good environment. We are able to have good policies which we are able to really implement as it is required by the law. So the policy promotes the gender awareness and sensitization, which will be carried out. And then we have, it will also enhance the work-life balance, family-friendly policies. One of the family-friendly policies is ensuring that we provide protective clothing, we provide which are gender sensitive, we ensure that we provide tools which are gender sensitive, we provide rooms which are also support women. We ensure that we also provide a lactation room, and part of it, of course, we have 3 lactation rooms, and I think it is going to be rolled out now that we have it in the policy. Remember that when we have a policy, which means it is going to be implemented. So part of the policy, of course, is also strengthening the gender responsive organizational culture. I just want to give the highlight, and then it will also give us the monitoring and evaluation of the gender equality process. That one has been captured. It is a big document. I just want to give the highlight, and it is a document which is very, very comprehensive. It will tell us what we need to do, and then we will also have the monitoring and evaluation, what we need to do so that we can reach there. It is a guide which will also help us to develop a work plan for 5-year work plan and a 1-year work plan. I'll just mention about the thematic areas which are inbuilt in the policy. The thematic areas which we have and strategic for the policy implementation is the capacity building and training. We will also ensure that there is a provision and the policies to ensure that the training is facilitated within the organization, which is geared towards sensitizing the employees, and the training which are gender sensitive. We'll also ensure that we have inclusive recruitment, promotion and retention, and then we have a safe and secure work environment as mentioned. There is also to strengthen the gender responsive organizational culture and monitoring and evaluation. The other policy we did also have the risk, so we have also taken care of that. We are able to consider the risk factors in the event that we don't implement. What are the repercussions, and the monitoring and evaluation of this policy. So that is a comprehensive policy which will be circulated to all of us. You'll be able to read. We have developed a small booklet which we have the highlights, and we also have a main document which will also be shared so that at least people are informed of what is the content on this policy. Remember, when we don't have a guide, it is like a rule which we need to have so that at least the organization can adhere to being gender sensitive, ensure that you provide an environment which is inclusive, and that is what I have. I think I'll just leave it at that, the policy, and we are going to unveil it so that at least we'll share so that people can read it. It's a document which we have worked on it for almost 2 years. I want to appreciate the team who have put a lot of effort on it. That is the Gender Mainstreaming Committee. We also had some team from the National Gender Commission who supported us, and it is something which we have put a lot of effort on it. So it's a good document, but the policies, of course, it is subject to also improvement. It is a continuous improvement depending on the conditions and the environment we are in. So thank you. I think I will invite the two directors, Director Logan and Saina, so that we can launch, unveil it officially.
I think we can also have the gender committee. Please come over so that you can also participate in this since you have been doing this. So gender committee, please come over. We can have HR also. Yes, HR. Yes, Bunge from the People's Parliament, Bunge la Wananchi, please come over. Yes, so we are going to have a countdown. Then we are going to have some confetti as we celebrate this